You know what's funny is
What?
this is the first time my sister has been on time to any event,
I was early.
and we were both late.
No, okay, yeah.
We were both.
All right,
me
listen.
and Josh were like 15 minutes late, and she's sitting waiting down the road.
I also forgot that you guys are an hour early. He told me 7 o'clock, and I realized
We're an hour behind.
Yeah.
it's gonna be 6:05.
I thought
when
like
I
my
get there.
sister, I gave her her time, and she arrived on time for the first time in her life.
We are
Getting better.
We are an hour behind you guys, not ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
So you totally told you said the
I
wrong
was on.
thing.
She
He
showed
told you
it
7
at the
o'clock?
right time.
He said 7 o'clock, and I go 7 o'clock. Whose time? My time or your time?
7 o'clock.
7 o'clock, my time. So I'm like, so 6
Okay.
o'clock, my
Okay,
time.
6
That was
o'clock.
right.
Okay.
Yeah, it was all good. But that's the first time
Okay.
she's ever showed up.
Well, welcome. Welcome, guys. Welcome to Dopamine and Bad Decisions. Our host and hostess and host,
Co-host.
co-host,
Yeah.
and
she's
co-host
probably
and
gonna take
host.
the
He
lead
did. He
today.
did get a little butt hurt when I was like host and co-host. He's like,
Yeah.
"Why can't I be host?"
Well,
And I'm
you
like,
set up everything.
fine.
It's your equipment. I would
You're
say you
co.
should be the
You can be
host.
host
When we
today.
were going to be boat captains, I was the co-captain.
You were
That's
You're
right.
the
because you
skipper.
don't know how to drive a boat, so that's the reason
I
why.
mean, it was valid.
Yeah, you're the
So,
skipper.
welcome, guys. Today we have a special guest on our podcast. Matt, would you like to introduce your guest that you brought on the podcast?
Yes, this is my beautiful sister, Amy.
Mhm.
She's 7 years younger than me. I found that out today.
Didn't know
And tell us
about
I wanna
myself.
know. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I live in Napanee. I work in HR. I've worked in HR for 4 years. Absolutely love it. I'm not like all the crazy HR that other people
You're
think
just
of. I
you
promise.
are.
No.
Oh, okay.
I live on a 4th generation farm with my childhood sweetheart, Kyle.
Aww.
We actually, if you really want to hear it,
Childhood sweethearts.
we met at church camp when we were 11.
I thought you were gonna say you met it on the jungle gym.
I mean, it was on a swing set.
Oh.
So it was technically.
See, you know what?
Or he was
Dead
over
on.
by the swings.
And he's
I was
just
walking there.
just
I
What was he
was-
wearing?
I don't
was
remember
like a
exactly.
light shine down on him.
It was. It was truly love at first sight.
Oh my
I have
God.
I can truly say I've loved him since I was 11 years old.
Mm.
And then
That's
we
sweet.
didn't speak to each other at church camp though. We just we followed each other and we
That's how it
knew
is there.
we knew that we loved each other.
Oh, yeah.
You're new already at 11.
We went roller skating, and he would only.
Did you do
hit
the
my-
little?
No,
did
he
you
would
do the
only
li-
smack my hand when he went by. Nobody else's. So I knew that he loved me. And then it was.
Telltale sign.
And then church camp was over, and I thought I'll never see him again because when you're 11, your world is just about this big, and you don't
Yeah.
think anyone else
Yeah.
exists out of it.
So he didn't live around
So
you.
he actually grew up one street apart
remember
from me, about 6 miles south. And showing up 6th grade year, we passed each other in the hall. Like,
And then he slapped your hand.
you go here. Oh, that would have been great. But no,
See, well, you
we started.
gone and messed up.
Remember the roller skate rink?
But you gone and messed up. What's his name?
Kyle.
Kyle, you gone and messed up. You did
So-
not pass her in the hallway and smack her hand.
So 3 days after 6th grade started, we were dating. We dated for 6 months, which is like 5 years in 6th grade.
Practically.
6th grade.
Preteen session. And then so we were friends throughout high school and then kind of parted ways. He went his way, I went my way, and reconnected let's see, in 2012. Went on a friend date because I didn't know if he still liked me, and we call it a non-coffee friend date. Neither of us like coffee, but we went to a coffee shop.
friend date.
And that was the last time we
The
went
rest
on a
is
first
history.
date. Yeah. We have
And the
2 boys, almost 11-year-old and 7-year-old.
Wow,
Yeah.
Oh,
cool.
Boys are fun. Boys are fun. I'm never
So
bored.
not angels.
I'm
So
never
not
bored.
angels. All right.
Yeah,
So
no.
before we get too far, what are we all drinking tonight? So we know
Old Faithful.
when we do our podcast, we drink. Of course, he has Old Faithful. It's his,
With a koozie.
with our koozie. Oh, check it out. Show it. There you go.
For all you
Don't look at that. Look at the
keeping
camera.
them cold. Use dopamine and bad decisions.
Yes.
koozies
Yeah.
on
and,
the website.
and if you look at right here on the laptop is our stickers.
Mhm.
Okay.
Mhm.
Just a quick shout out commercial here. You can find it on www.dopamineinbaddecisions.com. It's in our store link, so they are live and ready to rock and roll for your purchases. Obviously, because we purchased them. We're the only I'm the only one that's bought stuff for my shop. So
It's coming.
this guy over here,
Yeah,
is like, oh, sweet, they're in, sweet. I'm gonna get like 50 of them and stick them all over my truck. Has he bought one? To be there?
I never gave you time.
No,
Just saying.
no. By the way, let you know, Clayton Lauer bought a koozie, so
Oh,
I'm in the lead right
Maybe that's what you should say. You'll shout out whoever buys.
Yeah. Shout out to Clayton Lauer for buying a koozie. It took him 7 times to figure out how to get it, but he got it.
that's all that matters.
So
It ended in
yeah.
success.
So it makes sense. So anyway, so Matt and Amy.
Yep.
We got her on here to get maybe
Guys
some
on here.
perspective.
Correct.
some-
Perspective on
some legacy
Yes.
stories.
yeah. Thank you. Oh, thank you so much. Yes. ADHD
I
people
know
do
how
not
that-
remember names. Matt's
I-
really
I
great with
say
names.
nice to meet you. What's your name? And then I forget to remember.
Did you get my text?
Which one?
The one that said, "What's your wife's name?" Because I got to introduce my sister when I walk in, and you never answered me.
I didn't get
kinda
that
just
text.
Lagged behind and let Amy.
Well,
introduce
that's why
herself.
my husband does the same thing, and he
Yeah.
knows.
Be smart.
We talked a long time ago. He said if I don't introduce them
Uh-huh.
or don't say, "Hey, this is so and so,"
Yeah.
I will say, "Oh, I'm Amy. I'm
Yeah.
Kyle's wife. What's your
It's a
name?"
good precursor.
So we help each
Yeah.
other.
That is
Yeah,
genius.
Yes.
it's
Communication.
We've done that for a while.
Communication.
Yes, we've done that for a while.
I'm gonna
Works
have
well.
to like say something to
Life tip right there. You can't get those on any podcast. Amy just brought one today.
Yeah.
Life
So
tip
he
for
introduces
sure.
me first. Oh, this is Amy. Hi, I'm Amy. What's your name?
Yeah. Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it. So,
Communication.
all right, backing up. You met your husband in
Mhm.
at church camp
Yep.
at when you were what?
11.
11 years old.
Mhm.
Kyle, right?
Kyle,
Kyle is his
yep.
name. So, let's go over. I know, what was it like growing up with Matt? With Matt, like, how old are you guys apart from each other?
We're
First of all,
7 years apart.
okay. So Matt's
Um,
older.
Yes.
Okay.
I was talking to my husband about this today, and I said, you know, I
I'm kinda
don't.
nervous.
No,
It's
this
gonna
is
come
it's
out
not
of her
bad.
mouth. Oh, okay.
I don't really remember interacting with Matt until you really
I was like,
until
don't
I
remember
was so I would have been
couch.
9 or 10. So you would have been what? Math is not my strong suit.
17.
17.
Maybe a little bit earlier. So like 8.
So you're 7 years.
8 and 17, 8, 16,
So 15,
somewhere
16.
in there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
What was the?
I know you started working mowing lawns and doing stuff when you were like 13 years old. It was just
Skinny, like 95
so
pounds.
skinny. The big
That's way too much.
glasses, the headgear. He had everything. He and my other brother had everything. They had the headgear.
Yeah.
Headgear
braces
for what?
Forever,
for
braces.
Oh, yeah, braces.
Yeah, overbite.
I did not. I
Open
didn't
the
have to
top.
get any braces.
know.
Yeah.
I got Invisalign as adult, and that was it.
Look at
Probably
you.
why you were the favorite child.
It's true.
Probably.
I
And
guess.
so 7 years, that's a huge gap. That's
Yeah.
like,
That's why I don't remember her being
Was
my
it
sister
like-
until I was like 16.
would your
Yeah.
parents like come up to you and be like,
Hey,
hey, by the way, we did an oops. You're having another
Yeah.
sibling.
Well, I thought this would be really interesting. Like, what were your
Yeah. What was
first,
your
like, memories
thoughts?
of me?
Yeah. What was your thoughts of when your parents say,
I remember she was born. Remember there being a baby,
and he didn't know what it was for?
I was like, "That's a girl." And
He's like, a baby.
We all were
I don't know.
bald, so
I don't know.
You were
I don't
bald? All
remember
of us.
much until like probably when I got to high school. I was like, "Oh yeah, my sister's here."
yeah.
So are you the oldest, or do you
Yeah,
have an
I'm the
okay?
oldest.
All right. So you have a younger brother.
Yep.
Mhm.
How
He's
old is
3.5 years away from me. so-
Okay. All right. So that's not terrible. I was like,
Yeah, that sounds.
thought you were like,
No, I was not an oops baby.
Yeah,
I was.
okay.
They had 2 crazy boys, and
and then
they
they're like,
wanted-
we need a real
Well, I was
quiet.
an angel, and when I look back on it,
which is
see it.
maybe why I don't remember most of
How
you.
were you were not a? There's no way you were an angel.
I didn't want to do bad things or make any. I only weighed like 30 pounds, so
Yeah.
I didn't want to make anybody angry. I didn't want to get a whooping
Mm-hmm.
because it hurts on a 30-pound.
I just think it's so crazy though
Oh.
that I was telling him like I don't really remember him before, and maybe
Yeah.
it's just kind of like the age of realization that you're a human being or something.
But to
I
be
just
clear, I always understood that you were the favorite child.
yes, well, as you should.
Well, you should.
There was a theme of that throughout my childhood. I'm like, I'm not the favorite one.
Anymore.
Did you resent me for that?
Well, I still feel like I'm Dad's favorite.
That's true. Yeah.
Kinda like
Okay.
I feel like he expected things from me. We were both kind of the same demeanor and
Yeah.
kind of like that.
You
I
are
feel
a lot like Dad.
yeah. So, but Mom, there was no even mistaken. I'd be like, Mom, who's the favorite? She'd be like,
There's
Amy,
a-
duh.
There's a shirt. I told Kyle, I said I need to dig that out. I should wear it today. It said Mom's favorite. He sent my mom or our mom a picture of the shirt and said, "Should I get this?" And she said, "For Amy." I said, "There you have it. There you have it." In
Yep.
plain writing, I am the favorite.
That I guess the theme of me being young and remembering was that,
Mm-hmm.
and there were quite a few stories that I just, things would happen, and if me or my brother would have done them, we would have
Got
wait
wait.
till your dad gets home.
Yeah.
And no,
Amy wasn't that way.
no, it's like go ahead, eat whatever, watch whatever, do whatever. I'm just like, who
I was
are
not a
you?
bad child. I was pretty.
I was like, I'm gonna try this, and I get whooped for it, whatever that was.
Mhm.
Exact same thing.
Yeah.
Whatever.
So whatever. So 7 years apart,
Yeah.
growing up. What is one of the most embarrassing moments you've had with your brother? Like your brother was
Yeah, I mean, what
involved.
is it?
I'm just saying,
Yeah.
like something like at home, or like he did something when you had all your friends over, like a sleepover, or something like that.
He wasn't really like that. He didn't really.
Really?
This evolved.
Really?
Yeah.
He didn't. Yeah. Right.
That's
I told you I
surprising.
had a halo for a
He
long
didn't
time.
really. At least I don't really remember him picking on me, other than like holding me down and tickling me.
Okay.
Where you pin your sister down and you
Right,
tickle
and you
until she
tickle her.
screams. To this day, Kyle is so mad at both of you. He can't tickle me even in play.
I can't tickle my wife
I-
in play either.
I
She
turn
freaks
into a
out.
monster.
Yeah, so is my
I
wife.
scratch, I claw,
Yeah.
I bite.
My
It's not even
wife
fun.
like punches me in
Yes.
the face.
I go into this fight or fight mode
Fight or flight, yeah.
because of how they
yeah.
do
Because
it.
of you. It's your fault.
It's your fault.
You gave her
It is. I
like
can't take it back.
I'm
you-
trying to think of embarrassing. I mean, I think this is more of the funnier one. On the way home from our grandma's house, I think it was Thanksgiving. We had taken, so my parents had a van. They took out all the seats, very, very safe at that point. So
Well,
we're
yeah,
just,
of
we
course,
laid out
right.
blankets.
Yeah,
There was no seat
and you
belts
just
in
laid
the,
in
the
there?
90s. We just laid in there.
Yeah.
We realized that Matt's body cannot process
Ham.
in a very good way, and
Nice.
I'll spare all the details. But we
really.
It was
we
a-
drove home with all the windows
That
down.
was one
because of
time
the
I was
smell.
threatened to be spanked if I did it again. I'm pretty sure, and I
Yes,
did
you
what
were.
I tried to hold it in, but it hurt. I'm just
Yes.
saying.
So he cannot eat ham. I don't know if it. I mean,
What,
maybe I'm
are you
just saying-
allergic to it or what?
No, just
Just
gas.
doesn't go.
Oh,
Worst
you're
gas-
gas.
Worst
Huh?
gas
Well,
you could ever
and-
smell.
Yeah, thank you.
He stinks all the time. He didn't.
It's,
He didn't.
it's funny the things you remember as a kid. Like
He
that
didn't
was
have
very
to-
formative.
He didn't have to eat ham to stink.
Well, I think it was. I think that's all they. I don't know that they had turkey, and maybe it was Christmas. So they
It
had,
was
like, a
one of those
Christmas
holidays,
ham.
but I do remember that ride.
It was bad.
The one story I remember.
I can't
and
wait
this
for
is
this one.
previous to Kyle.
Okay.
Okay, so
Is
this
this
is
your-
some transitional moment. I think someone had broke up somewhere, and unibrow showed up
Oh yeah.
at our porch one day. Like one.
All right, time out. Nope, time out.
There was a.
There was an
a-
ex.
Who's
was an
use
ex.
unibrow?
There was a
an
high
ex that
school
had a
ex.
very harsh brow across the top. That
Yeah. He did not treat me
I
very
did not
well.
appreciate the way my sister was
See,
treated.
that was
by
my
him.
next
Yeah.
question.
So he
but
shows
that's
up
all right.
on my front porch just randomly one day, and
Well, he was trying to get me back. He had
Yeah.
broken up with me in a
Unibrow?
very, Yep.
yeah,
He had broken up with me in a very.
So
not
you
nice
dated other
way.
guys before besides Kyle?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
But
So-
he had broken up with me.
Sorry,
showed up-
Kyle. Sorry.
Oh, he knows.
Okay.
He showed up trying to kind of win me back
Mm.
and
I answered the door.
answer
Knock,
Matt.
knock, knock. Hello. I said,
Were you wearing just boxers?
I was, I think I was a sorter at UPS at the time. So I had big muscles, and I think I had a white T-shirt on and
Yeah, this was-
jeans, if I remember right.
This was my sophomore year, so you would have been
Yeah.
2 years into college.
Yeah, so I was
Yeah.
I was
South
a
Bend?
fit young
Were you a
man.
sorter at South Bend?
Elkhart.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
Elkhart. So
You drove all the way to Elkhart?
I
Well,
lived in
I think it
Osceola.
was this summer, so he was at home.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So is Amy here? I said, yeah.
What do you want, punk?
Yeah, I was like, why? Oh, can I talk to her? I said no, and I shut the door and he left. That was all.
That's right.
Like
that man right there protected this person right
yes,
He did.
He did.
He did.
yeah. You here? Yeah.
Yeah.
And at the time, I was
Can
upset
I talk
with him.
to her? No.
But
Oh,
Yeah.
you were? Because you
Yeah,
liked unibrow?
well,
Well,
I was
there
very
was-
hurt.
He was an
by how he
option.
did it,
You
and
know.
it was.
Yeah, it was
Okay.
fresh. Yeah.
All right.
I didn't
wasn't
date
hurt
very
at
many.
all.
I dated exactly 2 guys in high school.
So
'cause it took
unibrow-
2 years to get over them.
So unibrow and
Yeah, and then someone else my
Kyle.
senior year.
Yeah.
No,
who's the
Kyle and
other?
I went to different high schools.
Oh, so who's your other senior guy? Who's the other guy?
A baseball player.
You know,
Okay.
I don't wanna
And
share
they're
names on
relevant.
here in
And
case
they're
they ever
relevant.
listen.
Yeah. So that's why.
He was
who's
nice.
gonna listen? We don't want to say, yeah,
could take-
anonymously.
I feel like
this
that was
guy.
a good story.
Yeah, that was a
maybe
good
not
story.
Yeah.
embarrassing, but it was a big brother story. Right?
Which
I always
there's
had
plenty
her
of
back.
those.
See, and that was my next. Like, what was
Yeah.
did he protect you? Like, was he like,
Oh yeah, yeah.
no, you're not dating. No, this guy is totally off.
Yeah, I mean, even those are things I do remember growing up.
You
is
know.
that Aaron and I would always just fight all the time.
Mm.
And so if he had had enough, if he was kind of babysitting us, he would step in and
Tell you
Yeah.
guys to shut up.
more him. So it was always protecting me.
Well, that's how Matt
he's
is.
older
though.
than me.
Matt
I'm a
is
girl.
he was a protector. Like he didn't like. We talked about this in what was it? Yes, Man. I think episode 2 or 3 about how we didn't like people that picked on other people. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
when we were in high school and we like
Yeah.
you know
Like, do you remember that?
That's
about
why-
my friends. What do you
Picking on
remember
me?
about me and my friends? No. Like, what kind of friends did I have?
I only remember your high school friends because it was always kind of understood that if my sister is in the room, you respect her, you're kind to her, you include her on things. Always joking, never really
Happy.
serious. Yeah, happy. I don't remember them.
I mean,
I think guys as a whole are always just kind of joking with each other and ripping at each other. But
oh we were always on
Yeah.
it for sure.
Me and Mike Neely were together a lot.
Yeah.
And Carl was over a
Yeah.
decent amount. And those are the two I remember. But
yeah, I think your college friends too.
Protected you too. They were just like
Yeah.
no.
Yeah, but I think at that point, so you would have been, let's see, 18, 19 when you went to college. So I was 12. I mean, I didn't
All
go to
right,
college.
yeah.
We actually wrote letters to each other.
Did you?
And when
Were
you went away to
pen
what
college,
did they say?
it was just like you wrote some about Erica and just like I met this new girl and really like her and just about
You still have 'em?
school. I think so.
That would be cool to see.
Okay, I'll write that down.
Write that down. Write that down.
Okay.
So, okay, question again. You know, they always say this about siblings and all that kind of stuff. When have you come from siblings to like, we're best buddies?
I think so. I'd say there's like 2 different where there's one distinct moment that I remember that, oh, my brother actually likes me. That like he doesn't hate me.
That's hard for Matt. See, that was really hard for me when
That is a big accomplishment.
when I was working with Matt.
You're like, I don't think
And I'm like,
me.
this guy fucking he doesn't really like me that much. I don't know what's going on. And then I was like, that point where like, oh,
Yeah.
okay, I think
Yes.
we were riding in the car together to go do something, part of our job.
Yeah.
And he's like, do you hate this person? I'm like, yes. And then we became best buddies.
And that was the end. Yes. No, I remember distinctly. So when I was 8 years old, so this is still around the time that I kind of remember you existing.
Okay.
Again, I was at church camp. There's a lot that happened in
Man,
my
you
formative
did
years
a lot of
at camp.
church camps.
You got to
It
listen.
was only one, but it
Camp's
always
gonna
stands
be-
out as my favorite time each year.
Okay, I'm anxious. Let's see.
So I was 8 years old, and there was a youth pastor versus campers softball game. They did it every year. It was the big event. This was before phones. We didn't have TVs out there, so it was really just out and about every single night.
Right.
I had some of the teens came back to our cabin. We always have had the party cabin where all the kids like to come. And
that was my cabin.
yes, that's all. I love that about our family.
And by party, we mean like juice.
Yeah.
Apple.
Well, I know
hanging
what
out
you
and
meant.
talking.
Yeah.
It's a church
No.
camp. After
Church
all.
camp.
Church camp.
No gumball head.
Yeah. And so I had some people in there, and we were making some caramel apples. I had the caramel apple dip, and for some reason I put it in for 5 minutes instead of like 50 seconds.
Ooh.
I guess I didn't really realize how.
I mean, you're
how it
8 years
worked. I'm
old.
eight. I'm eight.
What do you expect?
Yes, and I had left the plastic spoon in there to stir it
Perfect.
with. So when I know
What could go wrong?
yeah, so I pulled it out and put it on the table, and it was bubbling, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is way too hot. I remember pulling the spoon out, and it had melted. It's like, oh, this is really hot. What did I do? So I turned around and I went to tell the people in there, like, oh my gosh, look what it did to the spoon. And in the meantime, the girl that was in there had went to grab it and went like this because it was boiling hot. And she knocked the whole caramel dip all down my leg. I tried to catch it, so my left hand was 3rd and 4th degree burns. I still have a big scar here, and just screamed at the top of my lungs. Thankfully, the nurse was actually walking by our cabin at that exact moment. Some of those things we will talk about later, like coincidence. So she got me out right away. There was a water faucet right outside, so she got me underneath that.
Yeah.
I won't get too graphic, but it was stuck, as you can imagine. 'Cause
Well, yeah, it's caramel.
So it went on there and continued to burn my leg. So my mom was out of camp for the day. I think she had an event with the radio station she worked for.
Mm-hmm.
So it was my dad and I had to go to the hospital, had to get all bandaged up. And when I came back that night, Matt was waiting at the cabin. And I remember I had to.
Do you remember this, Matt?
I'm listening.
Well, do you remember
he's
it?
just as
Maybe
invested.
if I hear the details.
And Matt had said something along the lines of like, "Don't worry, I talked to her about you." I was like, "What are you talking about?" And I went to sleep that night, but the next night I had to go to the bathroom. It was really hard for me to walk. I was bandaged very, very tightly around my leg, and I remember him saying, "Do you want a piggyback ride?" And he gave me a piggyback ride. I mean, it was probably like a quarter mile to the bathroom at the time. And I remember thinking, like, my brother actually likes me, and he's like, I think it scared him that I got hurt.
Yeah.
And so that's the first time I remember that, wow, my brother likes me.
My brother actually likes me.
Yeah.
So
Good moment.
is that like
What do
when-
you remember?
Yeah.
Anything?
I remember there was caramel on your leg and you had a scar.
That's it. That's all you remember.
It kind of.
What a terrible
I
brother.
remember being angry with some girl that did something. But I don't.
You were
Yeah,
you were
It
mad.
was an
And the
accident.
piggyback ride, I kind of that's coming back maybe a little bit because I remember.
He's creating a story in his head.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I am, but yeah, it sounds like a good time.
Yep. But I think remember when we became friends, probably would have been his senior year of high school and my 8th grade year, I believe. For some reason, I just remember us really connecting. I would sit up in his room for hours at a time, just talking about random stuff. I don't remember life, boys. I don't know. Hopefully on my end.
Yeah. Well, let me tell you about boys.
There's a story there too.
I know. So, well, all right, time out. Let's talk to Matt now. Matt,
Yes.
any secrets to tell us?
Well, there was this one time, Josh. Surprisingly, your name's Josh. We went to an event at Mom's house, and we got to meet Amy's new boyfriend.
Gosh. Yes.
Which one?
He's very nice.
Unibrow?
Very
No.
nice.
Now,
Fella.
be nice.
Yeah, be nice.
Guess what his name was?
I don't know.
Josh.
Okay, all right. Well,
He-
Super nice
Nice.
fella, right?
Right.
And, we hung out. We had a good time.
To this day, He is one of the most respectful boyfriends that I've ever had, and the kindest breakups.
I
Right.
liked
I
him
can't.
a lot.
Yeah.
There's not a bad word that I can
Yeah.
ever say about
Or
him.
me either. Really, I couldn't have him marry my sister. I was just like, hey,
Well, you're already at marriage.
well, yeah. I mean, you
my
don't date
senior
somebody to
college.
break up.
Oh,
Date-
you're a
yeah,
senior.
this
Senior
is getting
college,
towards
What?
the.
But yeah, I guess.
What is
I guess
going
I
on? Where was Kyle at?
I guess I wasn't his friend until senior year of college.
I guess not.
Gosh, all these years of friendship.
She's like, oh my God, I remember this,
Why?
and remember that. And then he's like, senior year of college.
That's what
I was like,
remember.
ranking up his.
Hey, I was a key component in her and Kyle's eventual wedding,
How
right?
was that?
Yeah.
How was
Because I
that?
made Josh.
Oh my
wait.
gosh, he
Was a nice fella,
No.
right? But I was like,
He
dude,
had broken up with me already.
Who?
Matt,
Josh?
Matt messaged him, and
Yeah,
this is
yeah,
what,
that's
this
how
is
it
what
went.
you
Yeah,
told
that's
me,
how-
that Matt had
that's how-
messaged him after expressing
and I said, hey,
gratitude
dude,
and
I
kindness.
appreciate it. I had a blast
So,
with you.
like,
You were
what,
honest
like
with
how
my
they break
sister.
up?
Yeah.
Like,
Um,
just said, hey, I'm like,
I, do
I got something to
respect
tell
if
you.
He ever sees this.
I got something to tell you.
yeah. I mean, it was.
That's fine.
It
Whatever.
Was just
If he sees this, it's great.
What he said, obviously a relationship with me was never going to work.
Right. That's fine.
So, and that's
That's-
fine.
Yeah,
I respect him
relationship
for
is
that,
relationships.
and,
Yeah.
So
like
good.
that stuff, but yeah,
All right. So
that was a
You
good
don't-
story.
When did you know
that was a terrible
What did I-
story.
When did you know that you wanted to be my friend?
I guess
My God.
senior year in high school when you were
I
in
know.
college.
Rude.
That I wanted.
Yeah.
I mean, the protective story with the unibrow was a big one. I was like, yeah, I like my sister,
Okay.
and at the time, like I said, I remember being
Because we
angry
we know he don't remember.
angry with the
Anything.
caramel camp
Yeah.
girl.
The
I
caramel
remember
camp
that. I
girl.
didn't remember the piggyback ride necessarily, but I created the memory just now, so it's okay.
I'll remember it forever.
But yeah, now I will.
Is that it then? That was when
That was
you
it?
know that we
Those
were
were-
friends?
That was when I knew I liked you. when I didn't want
Are
you
we
to get
friends
hurt.
right now?
Yeah, but this was the beginning stages. We're trying to get to the
Okay,
origin.
okay. It took
Oh
my
my
brother
God.
20 years. to
Yeah.
realize he liked me.
Surprise on the podcast. They're now friends.
Oh my God.
Hey,
Rude.
I got a bad memory. I mean, there were moments.
I'll have to say that. He does have a bad memory.
I know he does.
All right. So, friends, caramel apple. So it just kind of like evolved, basically, right?
Yeah.
Evolved into.
I mean, there's a whole genre of music that I listen to and know about because of him.
Right.
He would
Which
always
is?
Aerosmith, Smashing Pumpkins.
Yes,
Heck yeah.
definitely.
Those are the major ones.
Those are my boys.
Those
Yeah.
are your- yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Loud music in his car, I think,
Yeah.
because he didn't really like to talk.
Oh no,
back
no,
then,
he was
so it was like,
very,
we're
he was
just-
very quiet.
Yeah. So we
Very-
sang songs together.
Unless we were like individually.
So he
having
never said.
conversations, and then I can't.
He,
shut up.
you never
Yeah.
told him. You never told him when you listened to music. This song sounds like the last song. They
All
sound the
these songs
same.
sound the same.
Oh, I loved Smashing
Thanks.
See, that is awesome.
Love that.
Wow.
Thank you now.
I
Yeah.
love them.
Thanks
Yeah.
for being
Finally.
my friend.
Jeez, 47 years. No. I am really thankful for that. Music and theater and all that stuff has been a huge part of my life. And it's been nice that I can be such a well-rounded individual. And
Right.
our other brother
I forgot.
was more of like the punk rock, emo. So, and then I have musical theater, I have classical. Like I
You have
appreciate
everything.
all genres.
Man. So that does come up. So before we got on the podcast, Amy was kind of telling
We
us.
found out she was a movie.
Yeah,
star.
we didn't know she was a movie star. So
She
we
was
have a
in Vegas.
movie star
Yeah.
on our podcast. So
That's,
You know.
I mean, it's technically true. I did.
she did a Vegas.
independent
She
movies.
went
I
to
did a
Vegas.
couple- I did
She
a
w-
couple very independent movies.
Independent movies. Like what kind? Say.
One was called
Shout out.
One was called Ellie.
Never heard
I'm
of
trying
it.
to think of what the other. I think
Have
the
you
other
heard
one
of it?
was something about change. It was very independent, like a
Very
brand new
independent.
director out of college trying to do stuff. I didn't get paid for it.
Okay.
I could probably try to find it, but
Independent.
very maybe
No, I mean, what was it?
hour-long.
What was the movie
I think the
called?
first one was Ellie.
Ellie. Okay.
Kind of like a murder mystery type thing.
All right. If anybody knows about this independent movie called Ellie,
I think
shoot it in the comments.
the last time I checked, I was on IMDb.
So what did you do? What
but
did you do on that part?
on those,
Were you
I
like
was
a
kind
main
of like
character,
no, I was
or
like
were
a
you like
supporting character. One of them, I was the girlfriend of the main character,
Mm.
and then the other one, it was very futuristic. And I remember being at something that they digitally put in. Yes. Yes. So I did have lines.
She had lines.
I did not get paid.
So you weren't like a zombie or
no.
that kind of thing.
No,
or-
I had to wear my own
those.
clothes.
I remember you being Peter Pan.
Yes, I was Peter Pan and Peter Pan. I was Anne of Green Gables and Anne of Green Gables.
So you were Peter Pan?
I was Peter Pan.
She's the star.
Mm-hmm.
Peter Pan. She was Peter Pan on Peter Pan.
Yep.
I was temporarily worried about why you were Peter Pan.
Oh, that was
You
the
were
best
playing a
time of
boy
my life.
part.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh.
It was. I was like, oh,
Dude, it's the
this-
21st century. Get over
It
it.
wasn't then.
Well,
It
whatever.
was the 90th.
What are you? This is the 1990s.
Yes.
Get over it.
5 or
How's that go? This is the 1990s.
I got over
Yeah.
it quickly. I'm just saying.
because
you
you saw
Good
how
night.
transcendent I was.
Yeah, you look like a boy.
I still have people. I mean, that was 20 years ago. People are like, "Oh my gosh, you were Peter Pan."
She's flying
That was
through
so
the air.
good.
I
It
never
was good. I went
never
and saw
got.
it.
I never seen it.
That's all right.
What was
I
that?
like
Wagon Wheel?
musicals.
Yeah, I'm a huge.
Yeah.
I was in theater, if you could tell.
Oh yeah, I could see it. I become more and more convinced that people with ADHD are perfect for the stage. I'm actually going in June to see if I have ADHD.
Really?
Yeah, my
Josh passed his test.
I passed it like
Okay.
flying colors.
Yeah.
okay. It's
Tell
a
ya.
4-hour test apparently.
Oh yeah,
It is.
It is. It's
Okay.
long. Who are you going to
Okay.
go with? Who is it?
Neurological something in
Where?
South Bend.
Who's the doctor?
I don't know. They didn't. I don't remember.
Where is it at? Is it like over by UP Mall?
I think so. Was that where you?
That's where I went.
Oh my gosh! I will let you know how it goes.
It's my doctor he was a man. He was
Mm-hmm.
like an older. I got the paper. He threw it away. He like episode 5. He
He's
like
like absolutely yes.
tossed it. He's like, I don't care.
We
He
didn't
never
even
tried.
Yeah.
We know he's got it.
Yeah.
don't
Well,
need
I
no paper
just
telling me that.
the more I learn about it, the more I read about it. My son was diagnosed, and I just like I feel like I have it, and I've just been masking very well for most of my life.
Okay.
Josh doesn't mask very well.
No, I don't.
It
My
just
wife
comes out.
out there.
literally like first time she met me, she's like,
You have a problem.
"Ooh, you're not diagnosed yet." I'm like, diagnosed with what?
Well, and I had a lot
I
of
am
my
perfect.
a lot of my best friends were recently diagnosed as well. that
Really?
They're like, oh, we just thought you were really flighty and spacey. I'm like, no, ADHD.
Yeah.
So it's fascinating to me.
It's yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's very especially
So you forgot what he was saying.
no, I didn't. Shut up. Be quiet over
now
there.
he's gonna forget. 'cause
He's
you
gone.
interrupted his
It's
flow.
gone.
Stop.
No fun.
It's very interesting when you go and get tested for
Yeah.
it. You sit there, and for me anyway, I was like, "Oh, I'm nailing this. Like, I am totally,
I feel like that's
He
how
did.
I
He
might.
did.
totally nailing it."
Yeah, I'm tricking them to think that
And
I think that's how I will be.
until he came to the point where he gave me like a sentence,
Yeah.
and he's like, something, Donna went to the store to pick up this and this and this and this and blah 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 blah, and he'd be like, "What did Donna pick up?" And I'm just like,
You're like, I don't remember.
"What?"
Okay, so I'm blocking that away.
So-
When he tells me a sentence, I need
Right.
to listen.
Yeah, and another thing too, when so there's a test where you sit there and you watch.
Don't give her the answer. She's getting
Yeah,
tested.
I'm gonna.
I
give
know,
you-
maybe.
Don't give her the test. I want her to fail.
Yeah. No, that's not fair. So there is a part where you like sit at this computer, like you're looking at this TV screen, and
Yeah.
you have to hit a button every time you see something.
Oh, okay. Like at the eye doctor, the peripheral vision.
No, it's not that.
Oh.
It's like a dot will come up, and you hit a button when you see the dot. If
Okay.
something else comes up, you don't hit the button.
Oh.
Okay. It's like
Okay. It's that anticipation.
yeah.
Yeah.
So and then he starts walking behind, like he starts walking around the room,
Oh. Yeah.
and stuff like that.
Interesting.
Like walking behind you,
Okay.
kind of like, and everything.
Do you blow on your ear or anything?
No, he didn't blow my ear.
Oh, okay.
So, but anyway, it's really interesting to see, growing up, it was like, you just went to your family doctor, you're like, yeah, your kid has
Yes,
ADHD,
right.
whatever.
Yeah.
My My therapist actually was like, have you ever been diagnosed with ADHD?
Well, mine said that too. She was helping us through my son's diagnosis.
Oh, really?
And I was like, hey, after I've taken his quizzes and tests, I took one for myself. And this actually answers a lot of questions. She's like, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I was like, why didn't you tell me that?
Right. Well, no, my therapist was after the second time we're talking and everything. And she's, have you ever been diagnosed with ADHD? I go, no, I haven't.
Not officially.
Not officially. And she's like, okay, it's very interesting. Yeah. I go, my wife says the same thing, you know, and she's like, I highly recommend you going. And she gave me the doctor's name, which was this neurologist. She's like, I will tell them you're coming and you are one of my patients and you need to see him.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right, cool. So I did. It's funny. You know, I knew something was up with me when I was growing up.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean, all the signs are there.
all the signs were there, but growing up, the way I grew up,
Mhm.
pretty much how you guys grew up too, I was the bad kid. Like I was the kid that
I've always been the energetic and that gets along with everybody.
Yeah, that's
because
how I
always
was.
have a story for everything.
Right.
I can always get along
Yeah.
with you to
yeah, for sure.
make you feel comfortable.
Yeah, that's how I was. But
Always.
the problem was I was a kid that was, you know, it was more you need to quit doing this at this time, and I had the devil in me, so I had to get it out of me. You know, you know, stuff like that.
Back then,
So back then it was more like growing up it was more like, well, this kid is wrong. He's misbehaving. You know, he's doing, you know, because he's a bad kid.
yes. And
Which-
everything, I feel like it's more accepted in guys and just like, no, you're just a woman and you're thinking about a million things
Right.
all the time. That's
Well,
just
and
what you do.
and that's another
No,
thing.
it's not.
Yeah, and another thing too is girls get diagnosed later in life
Yeah.
because of, you know, because they don't really think girls have it,
Right.
Or
How can you possibly think of
right.
50 million things at once? What do
Yeah.
you mean you interrupt people? No, you don't. You're just excited. So there's always a what's the word, like a
What's the word, Matt?
there's-
Matt's
there's
really
like
good
a-
at coming
there's
up
like
with
an
words.
opposition of what it is for guys. For guys, it's you're high energy and you interrupt people.
Mm.
For girls, it's no, you're energetic and you're trying to build relationships. No, you're interrupting people and you're cutting them off. It's inappropriate.
See, I get that all the time.
Yep.
My wife yells at me all the time. I interrupt. That's why she told me not to interrupt. You.
I know, and that
Before I
and
came down here to this spot.
I have been actively working on that a lot.
You know,
At work, I have to listen to others. So
Matt, did I interrupt you at work?
I didn't talk much at work.
You did it.
I didn't.
But then I interrupted you.
I mean, you just were always talking. So if I tried to, you could say I was interrupting you, but you were just always talking. Like, I don't know. That's just how it was. Oh, so Amy,
So-
I'm sure you have some
Yeah.
things that you want to bring up. and
Yeah.
talk about like.
Sorry, we kind of got off topic there. That's what happens with ADHD people.
yeah,
We get off topic, but we're coming back to Amy's interview here.
I think we can kind of bring it back too. Of,
Yeah.
Maybe like what's something you remember about me from childhood that you always enjoyed or liked or
You
Appreciate it.
Well,
always
I don't know how
had-
much he's gonna enjoy. Like,
No, I remember this one.
well, whatever,
Good.
because he didn't enjoy. He didn't remember
He didn't
you
remember you.
helping you
Yeah.
out.
She had mom energy. My mom was a cheerleader. I don't think I've ever seen her sad.
yeah.
And if it had to do with her ducklings, like they could do no wrong.
hmm
So Amy just had authorization to be roses and rainbows all the time.
My middle name is Joy.
Yeah,
Oh.
That's not.
she
for no
brings
reason.
joy.
That
And
is.
I just remember blonde hair. I remember blonde,
Yeah.
curly blonde,
All right.
and I just remember happy almost all the time, unless Aaron was picking on her and she was crying or
Yes.
screaming or something.
Way to blame your
Outside
brother.
of that,
Aaron.
she just
True.
kind of would go off and do fun things and have a good
Mhm.
time and be happy.
I had to play
That's what I
alone because my
remember.
brothers would never play with me. So
You
I
turd.
did play a lot
For
alone.
girls to chase.
Not looking like you
I was
looked.
in high school.
You were
I
hounds,
got through
dude.
looking in high school. I got contacts. I was like over
Yeah.
100 pounds at that point.
Yeah.
I mean, I had a lot of good things.
I've
going.
seen pictures of you in high school.
Yeah,
and you
no,
were like
It
a
was like
s-
sophomore year.
Yeah.
It
Yes.
changed.
oh
Sophomore year.
Freshman
sophomore,
year, absolutely not.
Senior. Let me tell you about senior.
I don't want to know about your.
It was a
senior
good year. But
He may or may not have brought me on one of his dates.
That's
oh
weird.
yeah, that one ended that night.
Did it?
Yes.
What?
Yes.
You brought your sister on a date.
No, and we
talking
went
about?
Leslie.
Yes.
Okay, so we took her home and we went to the driveway. The conversation there was she thought
It was weird that you brought your sister on
one
a
of
date.
our core
I think he was
beliefs
babysitting
she
me.
opposed. I'll just put it like that.
It was a different religion.
One of our core things we were brought up to believe that is maybe confrontational with, say, a
An
person that
opposition?
believes differently than I don't want to say it because it's like a
Yeah, you can't say that.
thing.
Okay.
But anyway, it was to the point where I was like, yeah, I ain't gonna be with a girl that thinks that. This is in front of my sister. So I just dropped her off. I never came back. I think we might still be boyfriend and girlfriend. I don't know because I never broke up with her. I just
So
talked
Matt,
to her.
so we talked about this in one episode.
Okay. I feel like
How-
I vaguely remember.
How Matt has never broken up with one of his girlfriends. At all.
Help it.
Like he never broke up. Like he
Make them say.
he just quit
So
talking
did
to
you
him.
you seriously just stopped talking to them?
I just didn't come back.
So all the things that the guys would do to me, you're like, yeah, that's acceptable.
I was shadow projecting. Okay, I realize that now.
Okay, I got it. I got it.
So we talked about that in that episode. So
Okay,
so how
alright.
so yeah. So Matt,
Yes.
sis. So you just quit talking to girls. And your sister had guys that just quit talking to her.
Mm-hmm.
And you're like,
I made him stay away because I didn't want him
okay.
around. Yeah.
So what would you think made her feel with a
She
guy
didn't
that
find out
just,
till just now.
I
just
did.
quit talking to him?
She didn't find out till just
Well, good thing you guys
Give
had
her
an
time to
hour.
process this information, Josh.
No wonder I have such a complex. I was dating guys. Jeez.
I'm like, I know what that guy's about.
Jeez. That's literally, I think through the majority of, I didn't date a ton of guys, but it was always that. It was, why aren't they talking to me? They haven't called me in 5 days and they would just stop talking to me. So I had to break up with them.
So you broke up with him.
I broke up with quite a few because they would just stop talking to me and it was very painful. I cried a lot.
You're awful.
Mm-hmm.
But that was one of the things I was most proud of you for doing.
For breaking up with him?
When there was a circumstance where
Mhm.
you were in a relationship and things went sour,
Mm-hmm.
you made a very distinct point to be like, all right, I'm going away. This is it. That's over. I was like, wow. I'm impressed that she can just do that because I never could. Like for real, like legit. I was like, wow, I'm proud of her for doing it. And when
Mhm.
Lucy went through a situation like that and
Mhm.
she just shut it down immediately, I was like,
You get more courage the more
people
you
can
do it.
actually do that.
You get more courage the more you do it. I won't go in. I won't go in too deep, or this will be.
Well,
a
let me let you
episode.
know,
Yeah.
I was never broke up with a girl. They all broke up with me. So good for them for having courage.
Yes, and not Matt.
Ugh.
No, but
My wife broke up with me twice before we got married.
I mean, technically, I broke up with Kyle, but I was pressured into it. It was
Yeah.
one of those 6th grade best friends. He's gonna break up with you. If you don't break up with him, fine. I guess just break up with him. And then I pined
you one
over
of your
him until we
friends
got back together. Yeah, and she started dating him 3 days later.
that
Mm.
we won't go there.
No.
But I was proud of you in that situation because you were like,
Yeah.
that's it.
Yeah,
And I was like, I couldn't.
Yeah, we won't go too deep into that.
Okay,
Or else
good.
it
We'll-
will
we'll-
be a
we'll-
2-hour
we'll-
episode.
Yeah.
We'll put that
But
to
yes,
the side.
That's what I was
There-
wondering how long
there
that
was
episode
a-
was going to be.
Don't worry about
There
it.
was a divorce because of emotional abuse and some physical and a lot of other things. He cheated multiple times but it was really my dad saying enough is enough.
Mhm.
That's all he said. I will remember that the rest of my life. And they were all there and I said, okay, pack my things and we're leaving. And he never went back. And now I have Kyle and he's the best thing ever.
Yeah.
It's truly like you find
Yeah,
your
like I just
person.
got goosebumps.
Did you? Don't touch his ear. Get goosebumps again. Touch his ear.
I don't want to touch your
Yeah.
ear.
Touch his ear.
He would touch my ear and encourage others
Oh,
to touch my ear.
I will not touch your ear. You're my
No.
brother, and that's weird.
You give me goosebumps.
No,
for
it gives you
different reasons.
goosebumps
Yeah.
all the time.
But I was
feel
proud of
like
you during
that's.
that.
I mean, that's a confidence
Wow,
that you
that's
get
cool.
over time, and I think
Yeah.
that's why I'm also in the career I'm in
You're
because I like
HR.
being confident and helping others be confident
Yeah.
and make those
Maybe
decisions.
someday.
And then be like, you know what? You suck at your job. You're gone.
And finding a creative and kind way to say
Say it.
those things.
Listen, you know, you haven't been to work in 3 days.
hold on. I mean,
This might not be the good fit for you.
yeah, it's holding people accountable, but I think I have always appreciated honesty in my life. Anybody that can be
Right.
just honest. I'd rather you hurt my feelings up front and say, hey, Amy, we're going to break up because I don't like you anymore. I'm not feeling it.
right.
I never had that growing
I
up.
am pretty good at that now.
Yeah, I always
good at those
appreciate the
things.
honesty. Mm-hmm.
And that's more of a new thing where with our place of employment coming to a close, with me starting a bunch of different chapters of life, I'm just like just say what it is, and then like that's the exciting part of life. I feel like
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
it's just what's happening. You have to be honest and open and just see what happens and
Right.
make the best of it.
All right.
Yeah.
So
So,
let's go a little bit deeper.
Okay.
Okay. Question. Another question I was thinking about.
You can just ask, you don't have to say question. Just say it.
He's got to get
ask
prepared
it.
for it.
I gotta get prepared. Yeah. I gotta
They
think
just
in my
say,
head
ask it.
that
He's
it's
got a
gonna be a
mustache.
question.
Okay.
Okay. You know
Let's
what?
hear it. Did you forget your question?
No, I didn't.
Okay, what is it?
All right. So, what circumstances in your childhood, between both of you guys,
Mm-hmm.
make you into the adult you are today?
Ooh, that's a good one.
See, look at me.
That's a good question.
I know.
I wasn't expecting that from you.
Bam!
Wait.
Mind blown.
I would say our parents and the focus on family.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So coming up, we were always supported. We were always encouraged. We were always, they had our backs.
Yeah.
And we could fight, and there was rules and consequences that were defined, even though I don't think either one of us found those very often because we were pretty
Yeah.
good kids. But
Mm-hmm.
just that if I had a problem, I could talk to mom or dad or Amy or Aaron.
Yeah.
If I was feeling bad about myself, my parents would tell me, "You're good enough. You're smart enough. You're thinking about this wrong. You're a good person." Like, and then the way my dad modeled himself, I'm a lot like a carbon copy in a lot of ways. So stoic a lot of times, but if you trigger the wrong or right thing, whatever, like I'll start crying. You guys have seen that, and that it can flip on a dime.
Oh,
Maybe
yeah.
that's part of getting older.
That's
or
his
whatever.
picture of you talking because
Yeah.
he could have talked.
Yeah.
But like,
I forgot about that
Yeah.
one.
that's kind of what made me who I am. Having that, the people that you could always count on and that would always support you, and that you could still fight with and disagree with and see things differently. But if somebody melts your leg off with caramel, they're gonna get something.
They're gonna hear.
You're gonna get
They're-
punched.
Somebody tries to sneak up on my porch with a unibrow, they're gonna hear it too. Like, so it was always kind of that encouragement and the family, like that. I
Cool.
kind of adopted that, I guess. I don't know.
Okay.
If you're
Yeah.
All
I
right,
think
Amy, your thoughts?
Well, yeah, I think it's really similar because thinking of how I am now, I appreciate honesty and feeling like I can bring my whole self to a person in a relationship. And
Okay.
my parents, at least, always made us feel that way, is that they may not agree, but they're always going to be there.
Mhm.
And so anything in our lives, good, bad decisions, whatever, they were the constant. And that's always important. And if they said they were going to show up or they were going to do something, they did it. So it made me have very high expectations for others in my life that I need to be able to trust you. And that means showing up and doing what you say you will.
Mhm.
I think definitely we both have some of the best parts of our parents. But yeah, in different ways. We are very different.
Yeah.
But
Well, that's.
it
I mean,
somehow works.
you got to be. I mean, me and my wife are night and day.
Yes.
We're like water and oil.
yes.
know.
Yep. Yeah.
She hates crowds. I love crowds.
Yep.
She hates loud noises. I love loud
Mhm.
noises.
Yes.
She
Very.
hates fun. I love fun. No, I'm just. I'm just messing with that. She
No,
loves fun. Actually,
So,
I'm the type of person who's like, "Where's the party? Let me be there," and I'm there till 2:00 in the morning.
yes. Very introverted, extroverted. But I think at the core, it's like we both know we will be there for no matter what. Like you said, we could fight. We still love each other. We can disagree. We still love each other.
Mhm.
I think for me, our faith and going to church like was really transformative for me. And I was encouraged to figure out what I believed in God. So after high school, I found a new church, and there is some church hurt from the place I grew up, and I will go there, but I wanted to make my religion and my faith in God separate from my parents and separate from, like, I wanted to know what I believed.
Right.
So I went through, I feel like, a transformative year of figuring out what I believed and why.
Yeah.
I don't want it to be just because my parents say so. I
Right.
want it to be, it's a choice.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I hear that. Is there like,
How's it changed?
Has it changed who
Since
I am?
so when you were a kid, you felt this way. You just said transition and figure out what, like, how did that change? What's
Because
different?
I feel like I noticed as a kid and as a teenager that it was like, why am I going? Like, I'm going because I was always told to go, and that it was
Because
required.
it's Sunday
to
night
go.
and Wednesday and Sunday morning.
Yeah.
And that's what we do.
Yeah, but I don't think I ever.
yeah,
felt,
I remember those.
Yeah, I didn't feel for myself like I am choosing this religion. I'm choosing a relationship with God until I was in college,
Right.
where I felt like, no, I do want this, just in a different way. And so my political views have changed. Some of my ideas about Christianity have changed, and I think it makes me a better person. So
Yeah. Yeah.
So you kind of followed your intuition, right? Like
mm-hmm.
this is the Amy intuition, and
Yeah.
it had to do with spirituality.
Mm-hmm.
So what kind of like? I think you wanted to talk about intuitions a little bit, and
Yeah.
and following your gut feelings and that kind of thing. What did you want to?
Yeah,
speak about
I
in
feel
that
like
area?
our family has always been very, I don't want to say spiritual. That doesn't feel like the right
It's
word.
not the right word.
But in touch with the spiritual world, maybe is
Yeah.
a better or more sensitive to
That's a good word.
people and things that are going on. There have been countless times in I think both of our lives where we've had a dream, and it's been about
Well, you
something,
talked about this.
something that is to come that prepared us for what we were going to go through. And we didn't know it at that time. Unfortunately, it came in a lot of nightmares for me. I know our brother.
Matt was just running through
Matt was-
roses and like, it's
I don't know what he was, but yeah.
amazing. And Amy's like, ah!
Exactly. Yeah.
Waking up in cold sweats. Kyle's like, what's wrong? What's wrong? You're punching me.
Oh my gosh, yes. But yeah, it's been interesting. And I was telling Kyle just today again, I was like, I feel like if I wasn't a Christian, I would have leaned into that a lot more, where I feel like, I don't know, I just feel like we are so close to the spiritual world that if I wouldn't have been a Christian, I would have let that in a lot more. And it was like, maybe I would have been a psychic or something where,
Well,
I mean,
yeah.
there have been
My
there have
wife,
been- yeah.
she went to a reading or whatever. I don't know. Can't remember the real term of it.
Mm-hmm.
But there was like a psych where she brought you down and you went to a past life. Like you went into a past life.
That's crazy.
And she goes, I remember she was in the Netherlands, Scotland area.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I was barefooted. I was in a a 1 bedroom, 1 room cottage, dirt floors, you know, bedroom.
Yeah.
And everything. And she's like, the only thing I remember that was really cool was I was like around a field of flowers, just flowers everywhere.
Yeah.
And you know, and she's shout out, we'll do a quick shout out to this. Blooming Wilds. So she does like custom pottering,
Oh yeah.
custom pots for
So that
front
is
doors.
probably her love for.
Yeah. And it was like around the 18th century.
Mm-hmm.
They were just coming out of like a war.
Mm-hmm.
And like during that time where she remembered, like she thought she was at, they started doing science in horticulture
Oh,
and all
okay.
that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
I bet she's got a story she can tell us about an intuition type deal.
Who?
Me.
Amy. More stories
Intuition?
that I don't know.
Oh, that you don't know? Yeah. I mean, like I said, I think
like
mine are
coincidences.
more
You
like
mentioned it earlier.
Yeah.
dreams,
Yeah.
coincidences. I think one of the hardest ones for me was when I was with my ex-husband. And I don't know if it's the stress from knowing or feeling like something was going on. I didn't know about it, but I actually had a dream that he had told me that he was cheating on me, and I was bawling. He actually ended up waking me up, and he had told me, "Oh, I would never do that to you. That's just a dream." And 2 weeks later, I had found text messages that proved exactly what I was worried about. And I felt like those kinds of moments were preparing me for like, you're going to go through, and it wasn't as traumatic as the dream that I had.
So when I dream that my wife's beating me to a pulp,
you better watch out. You better do exactly
Get
what
your
she tells you
medicine
to do.
prescription and take it.
Yes, that's always.
I'm like, what are you doing?
Oh my gosh, that's always.
Shut up!
Yes. But I mean, a lot of times I try not to dabble too much in the dream mood stuff, but every time I have a really what's the word of like a really real dream,
Right.
I woke up and I was like, what could that possibly mean? And it's always exactly right of what I'm going through. I know you have said something like,
he's told me about
he's like, oh, my sister texted me, I was just thinking about her.
Right.
And kind of
we were actually doing a podcast and we were recording one of the podcasts and we got done and he was like, oh my God, Amy just texted me. And I was like I can't remember what the conversation
was I just sent Amy a mental text message to text me about the next podcast.
Oh yeah.
And it was like 2 minutes later where you would text me back. But so with your friend, Mike Neely, like there's been very traumatic things that have happened on both our sides. And I just feel like I should call or text him and he'll call or text me.
But you don't know about it.
No, and it's one of them was his mom passing, one of them was his brother's son passing, another one had to do with Mike passing on my side, or Erica's side. But almost every single time there was a text coming the direction it needs to go because of that. And then to dream state, I think I shared that with you.
Yeah,
I woke up kind of like you, like in a panic, sweats, like. And there was a skull and crossbones with Mike's face on it and the date. And when I got to work at 1 in the morning or 11, whatever it was, I wrote it on the calendar on that date, and that's when he passed. It was on that date. I had it on there, and it was like 3 or 4 weeks previous. And I was like, I have to write this somewhere because I want to see if it's somewhere close because it felt so real. Yeah. And sure enough, that's
crazy.
But so that's kind of what we mean. I've always felt like I'm an empath, and those types of things, whether it's a text, a call, or a mental message, or a dream, or whatever, like they feel very real, and they materialize a lot of times. Yeah. And there's just been too many times for it to be, oh, that's just
a coincidence.
A coincidence.
I don't believe in coincidences.
Yeah.
Like everything.
Everything happens for a reason. Right.
And,
I mean, the trees in my backyard fell down. And she's been wanting those trees down for...
It's God's way of saying, like, do what your wife told you to do.
Like, get to work for once in your life.
She wanted those trees down
on the trees.
for a long time. And
she was
yesterday they just want...
When you moved in, you went to town back there.
Oh, I went to town like crazy. Well, there's been more trees back there, but those pine trees she wanted really down. Yeah. But, they finally came down, and now I got a mess cleaned up. But anyway, so wrapping this all up, I was thinking about if you could go back to your younger selves, like you guys were back and stuff. What would you?
Before we became friends.
Correct. Yeah. What would you tell your guys' self? What would you say?
I've thought about many times over my life, like what would I tell my younger self? And it's always the same. It's always let people go faster. Is that I held on to relationships, to friendships, to boyfriends. I pined over them. I cried over them, and put it on myself of like, what did I do wrong? What do I need to change about myself? I must have done something wrong.
That's why you don't break up with them.
Oh, get out of here. And it, like, I could have enjoyed life so much more if I would have just let people go faster. And I do that now. I feel like you and I are very similar in that. Where
Cut them off.
You wrong me and I'm done.
Cut him off.
I'm not putting...
I'm waiting for him to cut me off. But, I guess I'm still doing good.
I mean, to be fair, like if you're a really good friend, you shouldn't do things that would make us cut you off.
Right, exactly. Right.
I definitely.
But I do have ADHD
now.
So
an excuse. Yeah. What's yours, Matt?
What's yours, Matt?
I would
As
adopt my senior year mentality much, much quicker.
Yeah.
senior year mentality
So
of
my
liking
senior
your, of
year,
like
right.
of
Senior
yeah, because
year of high school, I went to Penn for 3 years, and then I went to Elkhart Baptist. And to be
We used to
fair,
play
I
them
was
in high
chasing a girl that
Mhm.
I shouldn't have been chasing. Like, it was a camp girl. And I was like, what did I do? Why am I here?
We all got
But it ended up, I couldn't play baseball for 3 years because I broke my elbow
Right.
pitching.
right.
Senior year, I went there and I worked hard. I went to batting cages every day from October till season. I worked up my arm, and when I went out there, I want to say the year before our baseball team was like 2-22, and the year that I was there, we were like 22-2. So we flipped it around. But I went out there, and I was scared to death to bat before that, scared to death to pitch. Like, I would hyperventilate. You probably remember that.
Yeah.
Wrestling.
Yeah.
I was
Throw
nervous
up.
about how I was going to do.
Yeah.
And then when I got out into it, I was okay. But all that noise in my head, I was just like, am I good enough? Are they going to hit it? Am I going to throw strikes? Am I
Yeah.
And my senior year, I was like, I'm better than every one of these people, and I'm going to smoke the ball, and I'm going to strike every one of you guys out. And then at least one time, I did do that because they were jacking around coming in,
Mhm.
and I felt like it was disrespectful to the guys, and they were kind of hanging their heads. So I walked over there. I said, I must strike you out, and you out, and you out, and you. And they're just like, who's this guy? And I did. I struck out 19 people. Okay. But if I could adopt that mentality going back kindergarten all the way through, just like, I am good enough. And if I work hard at something, I'm good enough. And I always felt like I was a good friend to people and that kind of thing, but I never felt like I was good enough at things or
Mhm.
good enough to provide a benefit to somebody. So I tried really hard to offer whatever I had to them because I felt like I wasn't good enough.
Mm.
And then senior year, I was like, I am good enough. I am good looking enough. I am smart enough to get good grades. I am good enough at baseball to make the team better. All those things. And I kind of just took that from that point forward and always was pretty confident. I didn't have that problem in college playing. And so I would tell myself that way earlier. I feel like it would have, and to trust your instincts, I guess.
Mhm.
Because I always felt like I knew what was going on. I'm like, they wouldn't do that, or that's not going to happen. And
So what's one thing about our
Yeah.
current friendship that we do clearly have now?
yeah.
What's
I don't know. I
one
can't
thing
see
you
it. I don't know.
I know.
It's just-
What's one thing you appreciate our friendship now as adults?
Ooh,
That
that's
I
a good
can
one.
tell you things honestly, and you're not going to hate me for it.
Why would I hate you?
Because I was always scared that people wouldn't like me.
Yeah.
I would nerf
Because
things.
we gotta be different.
Because we
All of
have
it.
to like everybody like us.
Yes. Yeah.
And like I didn't want to
You have
disappoint my
ADHD.
parents or
You
my
don't even have to
sister. And I'm the big guy.
I learned to get over that because like being in HR, people are not going to like.
Oh no, yeah.
So
I got over that too when I
Yeah.
started being what I am now. I'm just like, well, whatever.
I think you hit 40 and you just like I
yeah,
don't care.
I am. That's
Don't
why
care
I'm
anymore.
almost 45, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm almost 50. Who cares? If you don't like me
Yeah.
now, you're not gonna like me when I'm 50.
Yes.
So
Yes. I appreciate much more the people who are true friends in my life that like you'll be here for the long haul. You've already been here 25 years.
that's
You're not
awesome.
going anywhere. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
We show up.
You show up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We do. No matter what.
Awesome.
Good.
Well, I think this has been an awesome episode. You got anything else to add there, Matty boy, or are we good?
All the categories.
We hit all the
you wanted to hit.
categories. How about you?
I told you it would be a fun one.
It was a fun
Got
one. This
some
was a
good
great.
insight,
I
maybe.
love it.
Hopefully you learned
Insight.
something.
Yeah, I
learned
did.
things.
I learned a lot of things that I
Things
never
I
knew
was
about
there
that.
for that
You
I
know,
forgot.
I
that,
got more.
that I figured out
Me too.
now that I
Keep it to
know
yourself.
that some things that work, and I'm like, oh, okay, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Oh yeah, me too. There's some things he said. I'm like, that's why we are the way we are.
Yeah, that makes sense. Totally makes sense.
Yeah.
So, well, thanks for joining us this
You're
week,
welcome.
this
was
this
fun.
episode. Hope maybe we'll have you back on a couple
After
more.
my diagnosis.
Yeah, maybe we'll have her back on after a diagnosis. So let's go. So we'll call her up like, hey, you got it? Sweet. Get back on. We're doing this. So appreciate it, everybody that's out there listening to us. Matt, we're up to 28 subscribers right now. I don't know if you know
Oh
that.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm gonna
And
share
one
this
of our-
with my friends. You might.
Yeah,
share
you need to like get it out there. Let them know. Let people know. I mean, the only way we're gonna be able to get
First
more
movie
people.
star too.
Yeah, movie star. Hello, this should be like obvious that you should watch this.
Yep.
Hashtag movie star on
IMDb rating
podcast.
right here.
I'll have
Let's
to
go.
check. I think
So,
I got it.
you know, tell your friends, tell our friends about this episode. Let us know.
Yeah.
Let them know. Hey, I was on this podcast. That's really awesome. It's called Dopamine and Bad Decisions.
Mm-hmm.
Check it out, guys. Check our merch out. Check out our merch on our website. It's been really fun. I really appreciate it. I love
Yeah,
this.
thanks,
I
sis.
really-
Comment
thank you,
below.
Stace.
You say like to make sure that.
Yeah, comment
Yeah.
below,
Right.
right? And we almost have a name of our fish over here.
Oh, you
Bagger.
said we did last episode.
No, we had a quote.
The
We had
second
like,
fish.
huh?
We had a playoff.
No, we had to like get a vote.
Yeah.
So we only have one vote, and it's
Which is me.
Gerbert, and it's her.
Oh,
So,
so we got a fish name.
I am the decider.
Amy decided everything because no one else voted except for Amy.
Yep.
So
Thanks,
Thank you.
sis.
appreciate it.
Friends now.
You all have a great night. We'll talk to you guys in a week or two.